this is just a short blog. There's nothing particularly funny about it or anything like this, but the first part of it is about travelling with a blonde. So the village from here is a 20-minute walk, no problem. And yesterday I said, we'll go to the village, right? Go to the village, have a couple of pints. And she said, not early though, not till like 2 o'clock. And I said, what? 2? What? No. I said, no, I'm not doing that. And then today, she said, like, we need some vegetables, because I haven't had any vegetables, and I need my vegetables, she said. And I also said, well, you need wine as well. And she said, yes, I do need wine. I said, right, so okay then. So this was like 10:30 this morning. So she said, we'll walk in the village and we'll get some vegetables and we'll get some wine. I said, okay. I said, and that'll be good. I said, and we'll obviously go in the pub. And she don't go in the pub. I said, yes, we'll go in the pub, won't we? When we're down there, we'll go in the pub. And she said, no, we'll vegetables. I said, you can fuck right off. I'm not walking past 2 pubs to get vegetables and not have a pint. So anyway, I went in the pub and she went and got the vegetables. And then she come back in and I said, oh, I was all right. I'd had 4 pints of fucking whatever the fuck it was, but and my dog had had a fight with a dog under the table, and standard when I go to a pub. And then she comes back and she says, you Alan, here's all the vegetables. I said, lovely. She said, put them in your rucksack, because I got a rucksack, because I am a walking wanker, and I had my caterpillar boots on as well, so I was well prepared for it. And then what I did was I said, where's the wine? And she said, it was 12 quid a bottle. I'm not paying that. I said, well, you're not fucking paying it anyway. I'm paying it anyway. You didn't get any wine, so they've got no wine to drink later. I said, well, I got a bottle of vodka. I said, fucking hell. So she didn't get the wine because it was too expensive. And the nearest place for wine from here is about fucking 40 minutes away, so we haven't got any wine at all. But that lead, I don't know if I carry on now or just to fucking start a different blog. But what I've noticed around here now, there are, hang on. There are these people, which, I don't know if I can reverse the camera, oh I can't. They're a particular sort of camper, and I mean, I don't know, but I call them tent box wankers. And what they've got is they've got this fucking tent on the roof of their car, and then they turn up, and it takes them twice as long to put it up as if they had a fucking tent. And then once they put it up, it's all attached to their fucking van, so they can't go anywhere. Beats the fuck out of me, but we'll just call them tent box wankers for now. And I mean, there's one here now setting up, and he's even got a fucking step ladder so he can get to his fucking tent box, so he can set his tent box up and then pull the ladder over it so he can get into it. He's actually got a fucking step ladder so he can get into his tent box. So if anyone would like to explain that to me, that'll be good.